There we go. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know we've been away for a second or two. I mean, if you guys see my last video, you guys saw that we kind of had an urgent move. So it kind of threw a wrench into like our whole scheduling. So kind of had to take like a week or two off just to get everything moved into the new apartment slash studio and so forth. But here we are now. So a lot has happened, honestly, since the last time I jumped on here. Last time I jumped on here, I believe I was just talking about all the crazy things that happened, doing a special film project, uh, people breaking into our car, and all types of stuff going on. So since then, it's been roughly like only like 2 weeks, but I feel like it's been a lot longer because a lot of things have happened. We're going to be flying out to Canada very, very soon, which is why for the first 2 weeks of November, I am completely taking those off my calendar. I do have events on the weekends, but we're going to be flying there, knocking something out Monday through Friday, and then flying right back to get right back to work on the events. And yeah, that's basically how this is all going to start off. But I mean, from there, the whole new apartment, it's very, very different. It's very nice. It's honestly a very, very nice neighborhood. And I really look forward to filming a lot of new projects here. I recently thought about, getting into vlogging, daily vlogging. Not exactly posting daily, but, compiling footage from my day to day and putting it all together for, maybe like one video a week, maybe once every 2 weeks, and just kind of get showing you guys not just behind the scenes on the camera side, but also just behind the scenes on all the stuff that goes on behind the camera, because there's a lot of back end stuff that we do when it comes to editing. Honestly, I'll sit here and I'll start working on maybe one photo gallery, one video, and it'll take me, sometimes 24, 48, 36 hours. Some of these photo shoots, they take me a whole day. I'll wake up and I'll get straight to work, and then I'll probably go to sleep sometime by midnight, sometimes later, and that's when I finish the gallery, and then I got to revise it and so much more. So there's a lot that goes into the back end of, filming and photo editing. So I definitely want to show you guys more of that and show you guys what goes on in that and the thought process behind it. Especially right now, I've been studying and really looking into becoming a cinematographer. I want to be able to tell great stories and color grade to match the emotion and show you guys great emotion, not just following a cookie cutter like template. A lot of people that get into films, they kind of get comfortable once they start making money and they just kind of plateau. Me, I've got some traction with photography and videography, and I really want to push it. I want to bring higher and greater content, higher storytelling. I mean, one of my big goals and big dreams is to honestly film a film, direct and, be one of the head cinematographers for the film, something that can possibly be on like Netflix or hit the big screen. Who knows? That is definitely one of my bigger goals. I really look forward to it, and I really hope that one day I could work on a film set and learn from the greats. I am a student of the craft, and I'm always hoping and looking forward to learning new stuff. Right now, I'm looking into learning lighting angles and camera angles, because in Hollywood, honestly, a lot of the clips that you see on movies, when it looks dark or you see certain angles or you see like someone in a bedroom and the light shining in, from the window, sometimes that's not exactly daylight. That's actually a light that they placed outside the window to shoot inside. Or sometimes they're in a big warehouse and there is no light in there. So they put, big softbox lightings to point at certain things, to emulate certain things. Next time you're looking at a film, look at the angle of the lighting on someone's face and see if you can tell where the light exactly is. Sometimes people put in movies, they'll put in like lamps in the background, or little things to, like, expose properly for the camera, but you'll see a light somewhere off the side giving them like a light on their face. And you're like, if you really pay attention to it, you'll see that there's a key light there to light the whole scenario. So jumping into that, I'm really trying to learn that. Next up, I really want to learn how to emulate certain colors for certain emotion. Learn how to turn things really green and blue when something's gloomy or sad or something that's off. And then, learn how to go towards the warmer, brighter tones when it's happy, and learning how to mix and flow all these into a storyline, so that way I can give the viewers, you people, a idea and a feeling of what's going on. Because something that really hit close to me was, I heard somebody talk about, when you're creating a film and you're creating something, you're thinking of the shots and how you want the shots to look, you got to think about, what are you seeing? What do you want them to feel? For instance, I was laying down on the floor today, something that I don't know, I recently started doing. I really like to do it. And I just lay there and I'll look up at the fan, or I'll look outside my window and just see the clouds and the trees with the wind blowing by. And if I was to film that, how can I describe that to you guys, the viewers that aren't in the situation right now, but how can I get you guys to see where I'm at? Obviously, you mix up different angles, mix up different tones, mix up different sound effects that can give it to you. Obviously, if I'm laying on the ground, I can give you context of where I'm laying at. What does the overall scenery look like? And then I can also show you a camera angle. What am I looking at? If I'm looking at the fan, I can put a camera angle of looking at the fan or looking outside, and that'll give you guys contextual, dialogue. And then adding in sound effects, the birds, the wind, all the ambient noise that goes unnoticed in film, that if you really take the time to realize it, all these pieces go together to make you feel a certain way. So that's definitely something that I'm really learning to dive into. It's something that I really have high hopes for and that I really want to learn. I've been really going into the cinematography realm because I really, really want to start telling stories. No matter what it is, whether it's a maternity, wedding, senior session, I don't care. I want to be able to make a cinematic masterpiece that I feel is high grade art in my standards, to show you all and tell a story. For instance, I did a senior session not too long ago, and I really wanted to emulate all the different angles and show you what she's feeling and what she's looking at and kind of the feeling of everything. And I'm really starting to like the journey of it. Film is so awesome. There's so many things when I'm filming. If you ever look at my camera and you see me filming at, say, a wedding or anything like that, you'll start to see that I'm using new technology. You'll see that if you look at my screen, it doesn't even look like what you would see in the film. It's all data. It's graphs. I'm starting to learn how to read graphs and so forth. So I'm really looking forward to what's in store in the future. There's a lot of projects lined up that I'm really excited for. Some major projects that are going to really push me, and I'm really going to have to rise to the occasion no matter what it is. Some of those projects I haven't even done before, but I can guarantee you I'm educating myself every day, every hour, every minute. That's all that I'm thinking about, is just, filming. And it's funny because the best way I describe it, and I tell people, for those of you that used to watch SpongeBob, when he was talking about fine dining and breathing, just that's all you have to know is fine dining and breathing. That's where I'm at right now. It's just filming and breathing. Honestly, that's all I do, is I'm just filming and breathing. That's all I'm studying every day, every single day. And I'm honestly the hardest critic, honestly. Like, I always pixel peep, and I'm always looking at scenes and just little clips that go unnoticed. I've shown people my work and it goes unnoticed, but me, I'm just like, that little piece right there just doesn't look right. I feel like I can get it a little sharper, a little better, a little nicer, and it just, that's what's gonna help me get better, honestly, is that never, honestly, that's how I've always been, just that never satisfied attitude, and that's what's going to help me grow and become a better filmmaker, and that's what I'm just going to keep on striving for. And I think that's what anybody should strive for if you have a dream in general, because if you really want it, I truly believe that you'll figure out how to go get it. And like I said, on previous Instagram posts and so forth, I literally did one of my biggest weddings ever as my first wedding. And that's crazy. I did a legitimate destination wedding, photo and video, for one of my first ever weddings. It was literally, let me see. Pause this. I literally did a destination wedding in San Diego, not a destination for us, but for the couple. They flew in from Washington, and that was my first ever wedding, like big wedding. And I literally only had a few family sessions under my belt. I didn't have many batteries, didn't have many SD cards, but somehow we just made it happen. I said yes, and I figured it out. I put all my money on the line because I knew this is what I wanted to do. And I believe that if you really want it, you'll go get it. And I believe that if you really really enjoy it, I really push you to just say yes and don't say no to these projects. I've done many projects for free, and I still give, I still, do a lot of extra stuff to this day for all of my clients, whether it's going over the time limit, giving extra photos, giving a longer video, putting in audio, drone footage, so forth, just so that way it can just bring the project a little higher, and it can make the client a little happier, because that's what I'm truly into it for. Because you want to make these people, you want to make them happy, and you want to go up and beyond. And that's what I do, is I try to go up and beyond for everybody, because you should never just be stagnant. You should always be trying to learn, and that's what I'm always trying to push for. I'm trying to be something better, something greater every single day, every single video, every single photo shoot. No matter what it is, I push you to go after it. Literally, I think like 2-3 months ago, I quit my job, and things have blown up so fast that I can't even describe it. I was talking to my brother literally the other day, and I was just telling him that, like, I can't tell you where it's gonna go or what's gonna happen, but all I know is that it's gonna be big and it's gonna be fast, and you just gotta hold on and learn. And that's just where we're at. So, I'm gonna start vlogging very very soon. Maybe I'll start, tomorrow, so that way by next Wednesday I can have a video out on time and show you guys my day to day and exactly what I do in my day to day. And yeah, so I appreciate you guys coming back around for yet another YouTube video. I'm sorry for the big wait and the delay that we had going on, but we're back and we're going stronger than ever. So I appreciate you guys, and have a good one. Till next time. Later.